Welcome to this entire new playlist. So in this entire new playlist, I'll be exactly telling you how you can really find high ticket clients for your business. If you're a solopreneur, service provider, or a freelancer who's really tired of working with cheap clients and want to work with high ticket clients, I'll give you all the secrets, the concepts, and the step-by-step action plan on how you can really do this, right? And moreover, I want you to completely watch this entire playlist. This is the first video. Maybe in the coming days I'll be uploading all the next videos, and you can always see in the description below for all the details. So I want you to completely watch this series. So I promise that after you complete this entire playlist, I guarantee that you will be able to really work with high ticket clients. Okay, so let's get started with the video number one. And how you can really charge way too high for your services and how you can really come out from the competitive world. So now let's get started soon after this intro. Go. In this video, I'll exactly tell you how you can really come out from the competition. See, if you're not able to charge way too high for your services, what does it mean? So you're really afraid of competitive pricing. You're afraid if I charge high ticket, maybe my customers will leave me. Do you know why that fear is there with you? Because of this fear, you're not able to charge way too high. You're not able to expand. You're not able to increase your profit margin. For how long can you do this? You can't be doing it for a long time, right? So what is the way that you can really come out from this problem? So in order to really understand this, you need to know the wealth ladder. Okay, so this is a wealth ladder. The people who are going to climb the wealth ladder are going to be really rich, and they're going to be in the top in the industry. So if you I'll tell you about it. First, you know what, usually when you guys start your own business, if you're a freelancer, solopreneur, any kind of service provider, if you are in business, that means you started your business on a small scale. You saw what others are doing in the market. They said you can't be charging way too high for your services. You have to be charging low and then acquire customers and do all of that. Okay, you ended up being you started working as a generalist. That is 95% of the entire business owners are generalists. They're like general doctor, right? They provide all kind of treatments and they charge very less. They have more customers. But you know what? If let's say you're charging $100 for your services, okay, and if your competitor in the same industry who is giving similar kind of service, and if he's going to charge $90, and obviously a lot of customers will go here. At this level, you get cheap clients. At this level, you will have cheap clients. If you're afraid to really see that the market price is $90, $100, and you're really afraid to put $110 for your services because customers will ask you, why do you charge so much? There are people who are charging way too less, and you don't have the answer. Do you know why you don't have the answer? Because you're a generalist. There is no difference between your business and the competitor's business. That's the biggest difference. But if you are on this generalist level, you will die with competition forever. You cannot come out from this huge competition, and this is a huge market. And most of the service providers are in this market, and they don't know how to really come out from this. But let me tell you, you can start your business by being a specialist. You can start your business by being a specialist. See, nobody will knock your door and tell that you're a specialist from today. You have to put yourself as a specialist. That is the power of positioning. You should really position yourself differently from other people in the market. For example, if you are a fitness trainer, I'm a fitness trainer, you're also a fitness trainer. I charge $100 per month for training, and there are people who are charging $70, $80. It's a it's you're fighting with competition there. You're fighting with prices there. You're not fighting with value. But when you become a specialist, position yourself differently, not as a fitness trainer, but you say that I'm a fitness training specialist only for pregnant women. Wow, isn't that powerful enough? Okay, it might be a very small niche, but let me tell you, riches are in the niches. That's what top entrepreneurs say. You can't just simply put yourself as a specialist in the market, but you need to back up with some things. You need to have some testimonials, case studies. If you don't have anything, you can write some blogs. You can produce some content. You can add a lot more value to the market when compared to generalists. And moreover, when you're a specialist, you will know that industry. And if you're a freelancer, you can pick one industry and you can learn about that industry, add more value in that industry, and then you will know a lot of things. It's just like being a cardiologist. General doctor will not be able to really solve your problem. He can diagnose and give you some treatments, but he cannot really solve your problem. So a specialist will really solve a problem, and moreover, a specialist can charge high ticket. And the beauty of being a specialist, you can actually climb the wealth ladder. What is climbing wealth ladder? Once you become a specialist, work as a specialist for 2 to 3 years, and then you become an expert. See, when do you become an expert? When other entrepreneurs recognizes you, when you get featured on medias, it might be news, it might be on other podcasts. When you get featured, when you get interviewed, when your articles are published on news medias, then you become an expert. Or then when you work here for almost 3 to 5 years as an expert, then you become a celebrity authority. The highest level is celebrity authority. Now let me give you the example. If you take the example of people who are in sports, let's say Virat Kohli, he's a celebrity authority. He is not a generalist. When he started, he was not a generalist. He didn't play football. He didn't play hockey. He didn't play tennis. He was not into athletics. He was not into swimming. He was a specialist in cricket, and he chose only one thing. And if you take Farhan Akhtar, right? He's a singer in India, and he's into rock kind of rock musics, but he cannot sing classical or melodies. He's like his way of singing is very different. That's the reason he's a celebrity authority. If you take, for example, any authority leaders, they are good at one thing, and they specialized in one thing, and they have their niche. That's their power. So what is your power? On what, do you want to completely fight with prices? Do you want to completely fight in this big market for working with cheap clients, reducing your prices? Do you want to fight in this big mess? I would call this is a mess. Or do you want to put yourself as a specialist in the market? Do you want to really change the way you're doing work, change the way you position yourself in the market, and climb this wealth ladder? In this, even if you're working for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years in your business, you're a generalist, you're fighting for competition. And big players will come, they will reduce the price, and then they will be able to give their services for a very less price. Here, you start your business, you go up, and there are many other people who are coming in, and then your business will completely die. And then you might really come up with something, but it's completely mess. If you want to become a specialist, click the link below and join the special masterclass. I'll exactly tell you how you can really do this on a step-by-step basis. And moreover, if you really like this video, and if this video has been any help for you, please give me a thumbs up and do subscribe to this channel.